own. That the official is over talking to number 18. And Caden Herone is one of the captains and a senior. So anyway, so we got Colin McCowan all the way up there to make the boot from, boy, what a kick. Wow. He was a ball was setting on the 40-yard line, a little left of center. And so he sailed that thing over 50 yards over the top of the goal. So Colin normally plays fullback. They bring him up to make that kick. And so let's see, making a little adjustment here with our equipment. So we're ready to go once again. So the Hilltoppers get it and they bring it over onto the left side. Passes the kick upfield by Los Alamos is just gonna, and that one is just gonna roll right to. That was Alex Lipsku making the kick. Is gonna roll right to the goalie Cody Gugino, and still a 0-0 ball game in the 35th minute of this contest. Still nobody has scored, and so the Hilltoppers, nobody scored in the Goddard Hilltopper girls game either. But then in the 46th minute, 6 minutes into the overtime, the Tara McDonald scored, and then the leading scorer for Goddard, Lexi Pignon, she got a penalty kick, which she was successful. But then, so the ball now comes to Colin McCowan. And so we're going to throw in for Los Alamos. It's going to be right at the substitution flag. And they bring it up now to Tai Hinojosa. And, well, I don't know. It looks like they're calling an illegal throw-in by Los Alamos. It was Tai Hinojosa made the throw-in, and they didn't like the way he did it. So they said, and there's a certain way you have to throw it in. And I guess Ty didn't exactly do that. So now they throw it in down the right sideline. Coming down the right side of the penalty box. Trying to line something up. There's a quick shot, or I don't know if you call that a shot or a pass. They were trying to get it to Balin Gasper, but they weren't even close as it just goes zooming over the sideline, 10 yards up from the flag, the Hilltopper flag, as they work down the right sideline, long throw in. And this one is going to go, it's going to go off one of the Hilltoppers. That was interesting because they brought it into Stephen Boone, but the Balin Gasper for the Huskies bumped him in the back, which made the ball go off of Stephen out of bounds. Long kick down the right sideline. This is being chased down for the Huskies by Caden Caron, and so they bring it over to the left side of the field. Pick up field, Los Alamos, they had a pass right in front of the goalie box. Nobody was there. No Hilltoppers were there. No Tuskies were there. And the goalie was out of position. If the Hilltoppers had somebody standing there, all they would have had to do is, I could have made that goal. So now the Hilltoppers are going to inbound. They bring it in to James Ito. Long kick upfield by Taylor Stanfield. That sails from the right side of the field to the left side of the field. And then it comes zooming down to Cameron Albrecht. Albrecht for the Huskies, trying to work down the left sideline as he was battling Abera Hatinga. Abera wins that battle, and Abera brings it back upfield, intercepted there by the Huskies. Long kick by the Huskies, and this one's going to go deflected out of bounds by Los Alamos. So they, and let's see, right now, Maury Pongratz talking there. The clock is stopped at 38 minutes. It's the clock, the scoreboard clock is unofficial, as you probably know. and the official time is kept on the field. They stop the clock in the last 2 minutes of each half. So pass comes over to the right sideline. So the Hilltop goes out of bounds off of the Huskies. The Hilltoppers goes over the end line. So we get a goal kick for Los Alamos. They'll roll it over to Kenny Lynn, the freshman. So Kenny Lynn will make the kick, line drive, headed way back upfield. Wow, what a header by the Huskies. And Abera Hatinga chasing it down for Los Alamos. Wow. I mean, that was one heck of a header. I think that was Brendan McMurray, but I'm not sure. But it was a nice kick by Kenny, but boy, he took that header perfectly, right smack down the field. The Hilltoppers were kind of in a bind, and now we have a corner kick going for the Huskies. They bring it into the left side of the penalty box. Picked up there, and and they're going to lose it out of bounds. It's going to be Balin Gasper lost it out of bounds for the Huskies. The Hilltoppers will inbound it. Taylor Stanfield inbounds it, and then they kick upfield. Hilltoppers having a lot of trouble getting it. 2 missed kicks by Los Alamos, and the Hilltoppers now chasing it down for the Hilltoppers. I think that's Alex Libsku, I think. Or anyway, they finally do kick it up, but 2 Hilltoppers back there near the penalty box trying to kick it back upfield. They both miskicked it. Now the ball going to go out of bounds as the referee blows the whistle and says, that's it for half number 1. And it's a 0-0 ball game here in this quarterfinal of the state 2022 New Mexico State Soccer Playoffs. So we're going to send it back right now to Charlene. Nobody has scored. They both have nobody has really made any big attacks on the goal, but we've had some good long shots and stuff. We had some great saves by the goalies, especially by both of them. Cody Gazzino with that one save off of that shot by Colin McCowan, and then Kenny Lynn having to pull up that high bounce. I was amazed that he was able to get that. So, but both teams playing very well here, and these teams seem to be matched up very well. So this is Gene Mortensen and Debbie Katko, and we're going to take a break. We're going to send it back to Charlene. We have some really great sponsors, and she's going to tell you all about them. We'll be back.
Well, it's great to see Topper sports season kicking off again. I'm Troy Hughes. I'm the fire chief here in Los Alamos. And we're glad to see COVID kind of waning and people getting back to their normal activities. One of the things that hurt us during this time period was our lack of people. So we need recruits. We need cadets to come to work for Los Alamos Fire Department. It's a great career, very rewarding, good pay, good benefits, great retirement. You get to work out and maintain your Topper strength. So we're hoping that a few good people will come to work for us in the next year, and we hope that the Toppers win. So go Toppers.
Hello, I'm Deputy Chief Oliver Morris of the Los Alamos Police Department, and I just want to take a few moments of your time to talk about some safety initiatives that we want to bring forth to the community as the 2022-2023 school year starts in Los Alamos. School is right around the corner, and we want to remind parents and students to make sure that you leave enough time to get to school on time so we're not rushing. As you can see behind me, all school zones are 15 miles an hour when students are going to school, even if they're not present. So let's slow down and just make sure our students are safe. Secondly, I want to remind us that when the buses are stopped and their stop signs and lights are activated, we want traffic to stop in both directions to allow time for students to cross the street to keep them safe. The other thing I want to talk about is our school campuses. It's important to remember that during school, campuses are closed to the general public as well as the playgrounds and facilities while school is in session. This also includes Sullivan Field and the Sullivan Field parking lot. We want to make sure that school is meant for just school hours and school staff. Please check in with the staff regularly if you're going to be planning on visiting our campuses. We have a long history at Los Alamos to have amazing school resource officers. These officers are there to provide an atmosphere of safety and security for our students and faculty. but they're also there to foster positive relationships with students. So we use our school resource officers just to ensure that everything is safe in our schools. The other thing I'd like to direct our community to is on the losalamosschools.net website. If you click on the safety and wellness section, you will see that there's the See Something, Say Something app. This app is a great tool to report anything that has to do with safety, whether it's bullying or whether it's a suspicious person on campus or anything you think is safety related for our schools. Please use this app to report any suspicious behavior so that we can work in concert with the Los Alamos Public Schools to make sure everyone is safe. And that's the final message that I have for you today. And I just want to make sure that we have a safe and fun school year, and go Toppers.
The New Mexico Ice Wolves are coming to Los Alamos for the Winter Classic this December versus their North American Hockey League rivals, the El Paso Rhino. The Los Alamos Winter Classic is 3 days of youth hockey games, December 9th through the 11th, culminating with the first ever NAHL outdoor hockey game in Los Alamos, and tickets are available now. For tickets to the game, please visit either website on screen or use our event QR code.
We will see you at the Los Alamos Winter Classic!
Greetings, Hilltoppers. I'm Brian DeAndrea of TechSource Incorporated. We are a science and engineering consultancy headquartered in Los Alamos, and for over 20 years have been providing the hard-won knowledge and skills from this community to organizations around the nation. It is our pleasure to support Los Alamos and Hilltopper sports. Good luck and have fun. Go Hilltoppers!
Join the University of New Mexico Los Alamos for the exceptional education. Join us for the small class sizes. Join us for the quality faculty and staff who are dedicated to your success. Whatever your reason for joining us, start here, go anywhere. Go Hilltoppers!
Hi there, my name is Kristen O'Hara, and I'm the Director of Interpretation at Pajarito Environmental Education Center. We are the nonprofit that runs the Los Alamos Nature Center. Bears are active in Los Alamos during spring, summer, and fall. New Mexico Game and Fish recommend the following 6 bear-wise basics to keep you and our bears safe. Do not feed or approach bears. Whether it's unintentional or intentional, feeding black bear in our community is incentivizing them to come into our residential neighborhoods for food. And we do not want to do that. They are wild animals. They're equipped for finding food themselves. Our people food is not the best thing for them. As far as approaching bears in the wild, it is best to stay away from black bear. If a black bear hasn't seen you and you happen to see one across the street from you, take a moment to have that beautiful experience, but do not approach a black bear. Make sure to secure your garbage cans and recycling. Bears have a very keen sense of smell and can rip open garbage cans very easily, so having them secured with some sort of bungee cord or something to keep the lids down is the best way to keep our bears in our community safe. Remove bird feeders during prime active bear times. Black bears in Los Alamos are active anywhere between the very end of April, May to the middle of November. So during those times, anything we can do to keep our bears safe by not giving them food is.
So we are back here at Sullivan Field after we hear from our very fine sponsors. I want to thank our sponsors for their support. I want to thank Carol Clark for making the Los Alamos Daily Post, making these broadcasts possible. And I don't know what we would do without her. So we really do appreciate it. And we really appreciate the help of the support of our sponsors. And so the Hilltoppers will kick off to start the second half of play. A long kick way downfield, as the Hilltoppers right now will end up they'll defend the west goal, and Huskies will defend the east goal. So, and of course, I'm not sure. I don't think that's the Cody Gugino down there on the other end for on the east end, holding his hand up above his to shade the sun from his eyes. So that is a problem when you're an east goalie. So there's a attempt taken by Los Alamos. It comes right to Habera Hatinga, headed back up. Comes to Stephen Boone. Boone passing it to himself. He's pushed down. And so the Hilltoppers will have a free kick. Let's see, they should be bringing Cohen McCowan over to make the kick. That's exactly who they will bring over. Cohen McCowan is a backup goalie, but he's an outstanding defender for Los Alamos. Beautiful kick. Comes to the top of the penalty box, headed up by Los Alamos, and this was going to go over the end line. Let's see who it's going to be off of. And I think it's going to be a corner kick for Los Alamos. Yes, it is. And so in the corner, Jackson Boone. Jackson he's had a lot of great corner kicks this year. So Jackson Boone will make the kick for Los Alamos. And it's going to come in. There's a header attempt by Los Alamos. And that was by Liam Cunningham. And I don't know. I mean, he made the header and it went wide right. I mean, wide right. And then Liam puts both hands on his head like, God, I just barely missed that. It couldn't have been any further off. Anyway, long kick, nice kick downfield by the goalie, Cody Gugino, picked up by Shiv Kalsa. And the ball is going to roll into the midfield circle, picked up there by Alex Livsku. Livsku will bring it down up to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa, they bring it back. Now they bring it back upfield to Rocco Quintana. Quintana trying to get it to Ty Hinojosa. And Ty, he finally steals it away from Noah Kelshaw. As Kelshaw was trying to protect it, and Ty was right on his back. Finally, Ty was able to steal it away. And so Cohen McCowan, a long kick downfield by the Huskies. And so let's see, it's going to be a throw-in for the Huskies. They're going to be about 20 yards up from the flag on the right side of the field. Now they're going to move up. Now they're going to be about 10 yards up from the flag on the right side of the field in Hilltopper territory. So we have the ball comes in, and one of the and Brendan McMurray, I don't know where he was trying to head it. I don't know where he was trying to head it to, because he just headed it straight over the end line, and he was quite a ways away from the right side of the goal. But anyway, so it's a goal kick for Los Alamos. Kenny Lynn grabs it, kicks it way upfield, and I'm not sure what's going on here. Do we have a substitution or what? Somebody, wait a minute. Okay, I guess we're having some kind of equipment adjustment or something. I'm not sure what, but let's see. Leaving the field this time was Noah Kelshaw. So he runs out. So anyway, now they bring back in Balin Gasper. So I'm not sure what all that was about. But Kelshaw went over and like he needed water. Now he's leaving he's leaving the field with the trainer. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but I don't know whether he just got dehydrated or what. But anyway, the ball right now is in Cody Gugino's hands, and he kicks it up. Ty Hinojosa tries the header, goes right by him, long kick, bounces to Cody. So Gugino, he's all the way out to the right corner of the penalty box, and he's going to boot it away, line drive, right into the middle of the center circle, and right there was Alex Livsku, put his head on it, and so they bring it now over to Balin Gasper for Huskies, and they bring it down the left sideline, and this one is they just had a little roller that time by Kian McKenna, and it suddenly was rolling right in front of the goal. Finally, the Hilltoppers somebody wisely kicks it out of bounds, and so anyway, Noah Kelshaw is going to make the corner kick after it came off of Los Alamos. So Kelshaw boots it up. There's a header attempt by the Huskies. That's going to go over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Los Alamos. Well, wait a minute. That was headed off. Was it going to be a corner kick again? That was headed out of bounds by the Huskies. I don't understand that one. And Debbie says no. So they boot it from that corner on the right side, and there's a header attempt, goes quick, a header attempt right in, but right there is Kenny Linfield. Oh, Ty Hinojosa coming down the left sideline, and boy, I mean, Caden McMurray, you don't pick the pocket any better than that. I mean, Ty was running. The next thing you know, he was still running. It's like the ball was in front of him, but it was gone. And then Stephen Boone with this kind of a mild kick into the penalty box. Nobody there for Los Alamos, but Ty trying to come down that left sideline. He was dribbling. He's a really good ball handler, but boy, I'm telling you that Caden McMurray. I mean, I've never seen anybody pick a pocket in soccer the way he did. So the Hilltoppers, they bring it now to Kenny Lynn. Kenny Lynn will bring it upfield again. We are in the second half of play, of course, and we are in the 48th minute, the 0-0 ball game. And we have a collision on the field, nothing called again. So sometimes he calls them, sometimes he doesn't. Going to be picked up for Los Alamos by Stephen Boone. Boone loses it in the center of the field, long kick upfield, and that is Tyler Burks right there for the Huskies. And now violation called against Los Alamos. So it's going to be a free kick. And they're going to put the ball down right on the 25-yard line, right on the hash marks of the football field. So almost lined up with the right side of the goal. Balin Gasper is lining it up, so he's about 35 yards out from the goal. And so Balin will make this free kick. Los Alamos putting up the wall. And, of course, they have to move him back 10 yards. So they put up a three-man wall, and Gasper makes the kick. And this one is going to hits the crossbar of the football goalpost. So that will make it a goal kick for Los Alamos. Kenny Lynn will make the kick for the 50th minute of this ball game. 0-0. They play 80 minutes of regulation and then go into overtime. That's what happened in the girls' game. But this one, nobody has scored. The girls, it was a 1-1 ball game. So long kick downfield. Nobody down there for Los Alamos. Chased down by Caden McMurray for the Huskies. The ball comes into the penalty box, cleared out by the Huskies, battling for it. Boy, there's a beautiful kick downfield by Cameron Albrecht for the Huskies as the Hilltoppers are trying to converge, and he took a little bounce. He just took it off the bounce, And boy, I mean, he moved it way down into Hilltopper territory. So they'll have the throw in once they chase down the ball. I thought we had ball shaggers. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what they're calling. I don't know what they called, but they gave us it went out of bounds. It was kicked way downfield by the Huskies, and then I don't know. Then finally they got the ball and they brought it all the way to the other end of the field, and then gave Los Alamos a free kick. I don't know where in the world that came from. So after Joel Kelshaw had made that kick. So anyway, the Hilltoppers, whatever it was, we're not sure exactly what it was. So now Noah Kelshaw will bring it back upfield for the Huskies. High bounce comes to shoot Kalsa. Kalsa trying to get a hold of it, and the Hilltoppers do steal it back. And Liam Cunningham they get it away from him. Long boot downfield, and we're going to have one of the Hilltoppers runs into one of the Huskies and knocks him flat. I think that was Alex Livskew, I think. No. But I don't know. It was Albera Hatinga, I'm sorry. But, I mean, he leveled him, and all they're going to do is they're just going to say it was off of the Huskies out of bounds. And I don't know what that happened. I mean, that was a clear violation. Long kick downfield this time by the Huskies. Tyler Burks sails right to Kenny Lynn, but I thought sure they were going to give him a free kick. The Huskies a free kick after that push off by Hatinga, but nothing. So back to action here, and the ball is in the center circle, and the Hilltoppers steal it away. They get it now over to Alex Livskew. Livskew has the ball stolen from him. There's a pass upfield stolen back by the Hilltoppers, and another long kick upfield. Both teams just exchanging kicks, and now the Hilltoppers finally do bring it down the right sideline. The Huskies bring it back down the left sideline. Balin Gasper, beautiful kick, and that one is nobody's back there for Los Alamos, so Kenny Lynn has to run all the way from the goalie box to the right side of the penalty box, and or the left side of the penalty box, and dive on it. And I mean, he laid himself out diving for that ball. Noah Kelshaw with the kick downfield by the Huskies, going to come down the left sideline, picked up there by Los Alamos. Taylor Stanfield doing a good job. He boots it up. They'll bring it across the midfield side. They bring it up to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa trying to get control. He finally does get control. Boots it down the right sideline, and getting it over to Shiv Kalsa. And now I think it's still balls. It's still going. I thought it was going to go out of bounds, but nice kick downfield by the Huskies. And boy, this is going to have to be played by Kenny Lynn. He has to come out of the goal, out of the penalty box, and he can't pick it up, of course, once he's out of the penalty box. But he had to come charging out as the Huskies had a player up ahead of everybody. But Kenny came out and he just on the run and kicked it away. So the Huskies have been attacking here against Los Alamos, and so there's a throw in. It's going to be picked up there by the Hilltoppers. Nice throw in that time by Kian McKenna. Ty Hinojosa trying to bring it up. It's kicked right back to Ty. Ty with it. He's going to roll it back now to Rocco Quintana. Nice kick downfield by Rocco, headed upfield for the Hilltoppers by Alex Livskew, coming around that right side of the penalty box, and they roll it into the center of the penalty box. Right there is one of the fullbacks for the Huskies. That is Josh Kelshaw. Josh Kelshaw. Kelshaw is able to clear it out. So the Hilltoppers now retrieve it back. They get it to Hinojosa. Hinojosa now will work down the left sideline, boots it all the way over into the right sideline, picked up there by the Huskies and the Caden Hiron. Hiron boots it back downfield out of bounds. So the Hilltoppers will inbound it. It's going to be Taylor Sandfield will make the throw in for the Hilltoppers. And we are right now in the 56th minute, 0-0 ball game. And Alex Livsku makes the throw in for Los Alamos. Oh, Alex Livsku. Oh, clears it out of bounds. Okay. Clears it out of bounds upfield. So it's going to, and let's see. Well, now we don't know what's going on. It's going to be. So, well, we're kind of lost. We thought that the Huskies were going to throw it in, but the Hilltoppers end up throwing it in. They bring it up to the top of the penalty box. They bring it back out. Comes over now to Jackson Boone. Boone will bring it to the right side of the field. Hilltoppers, they get it over now to Shiv Khalsa. Khalsa trying to come down the right side, loses it out of bounds. Quick throw in by Jonathan Onken of the Huskies. Comes over to Hinojosa. Hinojosa trying to line up a shot. Can't get one lined up. He ran into all kinds of traffic. He's still battling out there. As they bring it now over to Jackson Boone. Boone was also trying to line up a shot, but boy, I mean, it was just immediately the Huskies. They just brought everybody back on defense. Great play this time for the Hilltoppers by Jackson Boone to save it from going out of bounds. And he boots it upfield, goes out of bounds off of the Huskies, off of Josh Kelshaw, and Ty Hinojosa will inbound it, and he's going to try to get it into Liam Cunningham. This one's booted out of bounds by the Huskies. So Ty Hinojosa, they'll move him down. Well, he should be down around the 10-yard line or so. They keep moving him. So now he's about 10 yards out from the goal, from the flag on the left side. He's going to make the throw in. And this one, let's see, it goes over the end line. Let's see who they're going to rule us off of. Alex Livsku right there for Los Alamos. But they're going to say it was all off of Alex, so that's going to make it a goal kick. I thought they might rule it the other way and give Los Alamos a corner kick as we now move into we are in the 58th minute of this 80-minute contest. So Cody Giugino with the kick comes down in the center circle. The Huskies go down. Hilltoppers called for the violation, so they're going to let Balin Gasper come out, let him make the kick. The ball's setting right on the 50-yard line, right on the end of the edge of the circle on the left side. They try to bring it down the right side, and this one's going to go out of bounds off of the Huskies. And Josh Kelshaw losing it out of bounds. Hilltoppers get away with a handball. The crowd not liking that one. Stephen Boone trying to push his way through literally. And so the Hilltoppers, and we have a Husky down. And that was Balin Gasper. Balin's been pretty active in this ball game. So they move the ball back 5 yards deep into Husky territory. And then just a little outside the center circle, Caden McMurray will make the kick for the Huskies. So the Hilltoppers put everybody, probably they have two players up and then everybody else on the top of the penalty box. So Caden McMurray, nice kick. And this was going to take a header. Well, a couple of the Huskies went for a header, bounced over their head, and then took a one bouncer to Kenny Lynn. So good job by Kenny Lynn once again. Pass upfield is stolen away. Beautiful job of stealing. Caden Hiron. Hiron brings it down the right sideline. And it's going to go, well, Abera Hatinga is just going to clear it out of bounds. So Abera comes over and just boots it out of bounds about 10 yards up from the flag on the right side of the field. And Noah Kelshaw is going to make the throw in. And then they switch around, yes. So, yeah. So Noah Kelshaw, he's now the designated throw runner for the comes to Tahino. So he goes down, gets up. Now they're going to call a push off on the Huskies. So the referee calling him a little tighter than this on this second half than he did in the first half. Ty kicks it from the left side all the way to the right side. They're going to bring it. Then they are going to bring it back. And they bring it back now to Ty Stanfield. Stanfield boots it up, but it's picked up there by the Huskies. Huskies now on the move, trying to get up as they're coming down that left sideline. They slow up. They bring it over now to Caden Harone and then to Tyler Burke. Burke rolls down. Let's see if they're going what they're going. And they're going to give a card to somebody for Los Alamos. Let's see who's running off the field here. And let's see, that's Jackson Boone running off the field. And what that means is that the Huskies are going to get a free kick, and they're going to put that ball right in the middle of the field, and they're going to put it 2 yards away from the top of the penalty box. So it's right in the middle of the field, 2 yards away from the top of the penalty box. So that makes it almost 20 yards from the goal. And so let's see, do we see the number who's making that kick? Number, is it Balin Gasper? And Balin Gasper is out there, long out there with him. Also is Josh Kelshaw. So there's the kick. Great save by Kenny Lynn. Wow. Whoa. Kenny Lynn with a fantastic save. I mean, they drilled one. I mean, Kelshaw just drilled that thing right through the pack. And boy, a fantastic save by Kenny Lynn. Baylor Gasper, I guess, is the one that kicked it, Debbie says. And boy, I mean, he put a foot on it. It was a zinger. I mean, right out of bazooka shot. And boy, Kenny Lynn with fantastic save for Los Alamos. So it's going to be a corner kick for the Huskies. There's a quick to the right side of the goal. But Balin Gasper, boy, they had that kick. I mean, right smack in front of the penalty box, right in the middle of the field. So probably about 20 yards out from the goal. And Gasper just, Kenny Lynn with the freshman with an unbelievable save. So the kick by Kenny Lynn upfield for Los Alamos is going to be headed upfield for Los Alamos as they're still trying to get something going as they coming in. They get it over to Liam Cunningham. Cunningham loses control, and now the ball is going to be booted up into the penalty box, and it's going to just bounce right to Cody Giugino, the goalie. And right now we're sitting on the 62nd minute, and Giugino, beautiful kick. Wow. Long way downfield, high bounce. And now we have two Hilltoppers go down. So, and Rocco Quintana and Callum Mitchell both trying to chase that ball. Albera Hatinga, let me correct that, instead of Callum. Both of them trying to chase that ball, but let's see. I'm not sure what they're calling here. Unless they're going to looks like they're going to give a free kick to, they're going to give a free kick to the Huskies. And they're going to let Balin Gasper try this again. And he's just to the right side of the penalty box and just about almost lined. Well, he's about 5 yards up. He's right on the sideline, about 5 yards up from the penalty box and on the right side. And there's a header attempt. Whoa, nice header attempt that time by the Huskies. And it goes flying over the top of the goal. Beautiful corner kick that time by Gasper. Josh Kelshaw trying to header, and it goes over the top of the goal. I mean, that was close. Kenny Lynn will make the goal kick. That's going to come down into the center circle, picked up there by Los Alamos. So the comes to Shiv Kalsa. Oh, they're going to call the Huskies for something. I don't know if it was I didn't see anything, so it might have been a handball. But right now, Cohen McCowan going to kick it right from midfield. So, what a kick. Wow. I mean, right into the right side of the goal. Beautiful kick from 60 yards. Able to finally get right in position and pull it down. Beautiful kick by Gazzino downfield. Hilltoppers trying to get control. But the Huskies end up getting control coming down the right side of the penalty box. There's a crossing pass by Brendan McMurray. And going to be picked up by the Huskies. And they bring it back up into top of the penalty box. And that little kick by Tyler Burks, one of their leading scorers, and he comes right to Kenny Lynn. Kenny just rolls it out over onto the sideline to Taylor Stanfield. Stanfield battling for it. Finally, Huskies win the battle, but then Ty Hinojosa is going to come over and steal it away from Tyler Burke. So Tyler, it looked, I'm not sure what happened, but it looked like Tyler Burke had Ty by the arm. He should be getting a free kick, as he should be. We're in the 65th minute, and so Cohen McCowan, well, he's 25 yards deep into Hilltopper territory. Beautiful kick once again by Cohen, picked up there by, I think that's Liam Cunningham. Somebody, well, we have bumped heads. Liam Cunningham and, let's see, two players bumping heads. Liam and then the player for the Huskies. Let's see, that's going to be Tyler Burks. So both of them going for the ball, and they bumped heads. So Cohen McCowan is going to make the kick from just inside the 30-yard line. The ball setting right on the left hash mark of the football field, so it's just a little bit wide of the burner, but it comes right to Cody Gaggino. But both players who bumped heads seem to be fine, but you could see right away that neither one of them, they both kind of ran away from the collision and grabbing their heads. But we are in the 67th minute of this contest right now. 0-0 ball game here in this quarterfinal contest. So the Huskies now will inbound it. They'll give it to Noah Kelshaw. Kelshaw makes the throw, and it's the ball right now is at the right side of the penalty box. Quick shot that time by Jolyn Davidson, and he had a good opportunity there because the ball got loose, rolled over to Joel, and he was able to take the clear shot, but it goes wide right. But he could have straightened that out. That would have been dangerous. So it's another goal kick for Los Alamos, and Kenny Lynn will make the kick, bounces it into the center circle, and picked up there by Balin Gasper, and he loses it out of bounds. So the Hilltoppers are going to make a quick throw in. That one's picked up quickly by the Huskies, and the Huskies now coming back up down the left sideline. And the Hilltoppers, now they steal it back. They bring it up to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa is going to bring it up now to James Ito. Ito down the left side and gets it back to Tyler. Tyler on the move back to Ito. James is going to try to crossing pass. This is cleared out. It comes right to beautiful shot. Whoa, what a shot by Ty Hinojosa. Boy, beautiful shot. High in the air and curved around. And unfortunately, Cody Gaggino was right there. Came right to him. But pretty shot that time by Hinojosa. So goal kick by Gaggino comes up to midfield, picked up there by Los Alamos, and it comes to Alex Livsku. Livsku is going to bring it down the right sideline. And he's trying to, but it's picked up by Josh Kelshaw for the Huskies. Kelshaw still battling for it, and so he finally just kicks it back to his goalie. His goalie can't pick it up, of course, if it's kicked back to him. So all he can do is kick it out. It comes to Abera Hatinga, deep in Los Alamos territory. Abera, well, let's see. I think they're going to call. I don't know what they're calling. They're bringing the ball all the way back into the center circle, and they're going to give Balin Gasper a free kick. He's 2 yards deep into Husky territory, just to the right of the goalpost, but line drive. This is going to be headed up. A lot of headers by the Huskies, but right there is Kenny Lynn. Whoa. So Josh Kelshaw had a good shot at it. Kenny Lynn in perfect position to goalie for Los Alamos. And so we're still 0-0. We are in the 70th minute of this contest. Regulation is 80 minutes. If we don't, they don't catch it, they don't finish this thing in regulation, we'll go to 2 10-minute sudden death overtimes. That's what we did in the girls. Long bounce. And the Hilltoppers being very lazy getting back to it. Wow. The fullbacks, it's kind of Justin Mason took a shot, but the ball came back. I didn't think the fullbacks realized Mason was back there. They just started very slowly backpedaling. I think they were just going to let the ball kind of roll through them to Kenny Lynn, but they didn't count on Gasper being sneaking around behind them. Gasper had a good shot, but it went high over the goal. So Kenny Lynn will kick it away. And this one's going to come down in the center circle, and it's going to be headed out of bounds by the Huskies. Hilltoppers will inbound it right at midfield down the right sideline. So now coming down the right sideline is Liam Cunningham, and so he loses it over the end line. So Gugino will make the goal kick for the Huskies. And everybody moving way back. Gugino now directing everybody, telling them where to stand. So finally, he makes a left-footed kick, which is unusual. And so it comes to Cohen McCowan, and he heads it back upfield for Los Alamos. Battle on the left sideline, and the Huskies win the battle. So kick down the field, coming all the way to the right side of the penalty box, having to come all the way over to the right side is Kenny Lynn to pick it up off the kick upfield by the Huskies. Lynn with a high moonball kick. And that's going to come down not a lot of distance, but a lot of height on that shot by Kenny. So the Huskies will inbound it 10 yards deep into Hilltopper territory. Long kick down the left sideline. Here comes my Tahina Hosa. He has a shot. Whoa! He was ahead of everybody. He had 4 Husky jerseys chasing him, but he was able to get the shot off, but he wasn't able to get it around Cody Gugino. Boy, and I thought that was going to be the golden opportunity. Tahina Hosa, I mean, one of the better midfielders for Los Alamos, and he came down that side. He had a golden opportunity. Comes over now to James Ito. Ito, a great ball handler. He's still with it. Ito, and he's going to put a little crossing pass, trying to get it over. There's a shot taken, and by the Hilltoppers, and that shot taken for the Hilltoppers, and that shot taken by Esteban Wright. And boy, I mean, Esteban Wright with that kick, and boy, I mean, it was Cody Gugino barely able to save that. So it's a good corner kick for Los Alamos. And we have Jackson Boone over in the corner for Los Alamos. Jackson gets to still. Going to bring it down in the pack. There's a header. I don't know what, but the ball was headed way downfield by the Huskies. I think something they didn't like about it, so they're going to tell Jackson Boone to make the corner kick again. So Jackson lining up. He's on the right side of the field, the right back. He boots it up into the pack. Once again, it's headed out by the Huskies. Left-footed kick way upfield to the Hilltoppers. Hilltoppers trying to get close enough for a shot or for a header. Finally cleared out by the Huskies way downfield. And Arrowhead chasing it down for Los Alamos. And he's just going to clear it over to the right sideline, picked up there by the Hilltoppers, and they're going to bring it back up down the field. They get it now to Esteban, the right side. He's going to bring it to the other side of the field, trying to get it to James Ito. He's going to roll over the end line. Cody Gugino protecting it, and then he lets it roll over the end line. So we're going to have a goal kick. And Gugino will line it up as we come down now. We're in the 75th minute. Closing in on the 80 minutes. Regulation time. Boy, Esteban Wright, man, he had the opportunity. Great shot by Esteban, but great save by Cody Gugino. Gugino only a sophomore, Kenny Lynn only a freshman. So two outstanding goalies here in his Class 4A, both underclassmen. Bicycle kick upfield by the Huskies. And one of the Huskies goes down, nothing called, but still with the ball is Tyler Burks. Burks has the ball stolen away from him, but it's going to be stolen back. And a shot upfield by Balin Gasper comes over to the left side of the penalty box, and able to get over there and get to it is, actually it was, and so the left side of the penalty box. So Kenny Lynn gets it. There's another moon ball. And this is going to come down into the center circle, and it's going to be headed out of bounds. So quickly, James Ito will pick it up. He's 10 yards deep into territory, gets it to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa trying to get it over to Esteban Wright. And now it's going to be picked up by the Huskies. Long pass downfield is intercepted by Habera Hatinga. Hatinga then returns it, but it's coming down that left sideline this time, and that is Cameron Albrecht. Stolen away by the Hilltoppers, stolen back by the Huskies, Balin Gasper, and now a quick shot by the Huskies, and that one taken by Michael Kokulis, and that is picked up by the Hilltopper by Kenny Lynn. Lynn boots it back upfield. There's a through ball going to get by everybody, but nobody's back there to do anything with it. So Kenny Lynn just lets it roll into the penalty box, picks it up. Another high kick by Kenny Lynn. Hilltoppers trying to just advance it up field, but everybody for Los Alamos, most everybody at Los Alamos, almost like they're playing defense right now. Cameron Albrecht with it, as they have had nobody up for Los Alamos on that after that kick. And we are now in the 77th minute, almost into the 78th minute of this contest. It's throw in by Los Alamos. They're deep in their own territory. They bring it into Ty Hinojosa in the center circle. Ty brings it over to the right side, and now the pass is going to come up. Long kick down to the top of the penalty box as they were trying to get it that time up to Stephen Boone. Gugino picks it up. Now it comes over to James Ito. Ito, a great dribbler. He's going to go ahead and he's going to bring it back to Cole McCowan. McCowan back to Ito. James with it. James going to centering pass comes trying to get it to Ty Hinojosa. Stolen away from Hinojosa. High kick. He intended to make it a hook. And Habera Hatinga with the header ends up heading it backwards. And then the Hilltoppers with a missed kick. And so they had it backwards and trying to clear it out of there. It's a missed kick. And so, but the Huskies not able to take advantage. And once again, here, and we have a Husky go down, nothing called. And so now we're going to have the ball deflected over to Kenny Lynn. by Brenda McMurray. So we are in the final 2 minutes unofficially in this contest. Official time. Stop the clock here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So the shadows beginning to crawl over the field here at Sullivan Field. Ball comes into the center circle, picked up there by Los Alamos. Pass over to the left side, James Ito. Ito with a kick up to Ty Hinojosa, stolen away from Hinojosa, and by Balin Gasper. Balin Gasper has been everywhere. Long kick downfield, and boy, beautiful play that time by the Huskies. Brendan McMurray, he dribbled it to himself behind his back. As he was coming down, the Hilltoppers had him covered perfectly. I mean, perfectly. And then he just suddenly grabbed the ball, dribbled to himself behind his back, and then ran around and then had a wide open shot. And it went wide left, but now he is down. And so, but boy, I mean, that was a great move by him to set up that shot. I don't know what happened, why he went down, but it's going to be a goal kick for Los Alamos. The clock would be stopped right now by the referee. And so they'll line it up. They're going to let Colin McCowan make the kick. And he's got a foot. So he boots it. Nice long kick downfield. Going to be picked up there knocked out of bounds by the Huskies as they boot it back up toward midfield. Hilltoppers will inbound it 5 yards deep in their own territory. They'll work down the right sideline. And not sure what the delay here is. Hilltoppers turn around, and they're going to bring it now over to Colin McCowan and let McCowan kind of boot it over to James Ito. Ito over on the left sideline, down the left sideline, trying to get it to Liam Cunningham. Cleared out of bounds, quickly picked up by Ito. Ito comes back to him. Ito dribbling again. And he's going to bring it to Jackson Boone. Boone will bring it across to the other side of the field to Esteban Wright and Alex Libskew. So the Hilltoppers trying to get something going here in the final minute of this first half. They come down the right sideline. Eidenbence with it for Los Alamos. And then kicked upfield by the Huskies and then headed back by Colin McCowan. This one, I think, is going to go over the end line. Yes, it is. And we had a Husky go down. I don't know whether he just tripped or there was a topper behind him, but I didn't see anybody shove him. Anyway, this regulation is almost over. Caden Hebron is going to make the goal kick, and so there's the whistle. So that will bring regulation to a close. So deja vu all over again. This is the exact same thing we had happen with the girls. And so a 5-minute break. So we'll send it to Charlene, and we will be back for number 1, sudden death. Gene Mortensen, Debbie Katko will be back.
The New Mexico Ice Wolves are coming to Los Alamos for the Winter Classic this December versus their North American Hockey League rivals, the El Paso Rhinos. The Los Alamos Winter Classic is 3 days of youth hockey games, December 9th through the 11th, culminating with the first ever NAHL outdoor hockey game in Los Alamos, and tickets are available now. For tickets to the game, please visit either website on screen or use our event QR code.
We want to see you at the Los Alamos Winter Classic.
So a battle royal here at Sullivan Field this afternoon in these Class 4A boys quarterfinal between the Hilltoppers and the Hope Christian Huskies. Two good teams. They've really been battling it out. Two outstanding goalies standing up by protecting each goalie for each team. Sophomore Cody Gugino for the Huskies and freshman Kenny Lynn for Los Alamos. And they have done a fantastic job back there, but the field play has been very, very good in this ball game. But nobody has able to seem to get much of advantage. Esteban right in the closing moments of this half had a beautiful shot, and that was saved by Gugino. And then on the other side, Gugino also had one where he Shiv Kalsa took a hard shot, and it hit the goal post on the right side, and then it kind of squiggled over toward Gugino. I was amazed that he got it, but he did get it and cut off that one. But neither team, they have had some really good opportunities at a couple of shots that where I thought they did have some openings, but not a whole lot of them. The defense by both of these teams has been fantastic, and the offense, the attack, it's just been an evenly played ball game. Nobody really has had you could say anybody has the advantage here. Both these teams are battling each other. Right down to the wire with each other. So I wouldn't say anybody has any real big advantage here. Number 4 versus number 6, actually, versus number 3. 6 for the Huskies and 3 for Los Alamos. But the Hilltopper girls have already advanced in the state championships, knocking off Goddard. That went to overtime. It was a 1-1 tie after regulation, and then the Hilltoppers able to get the final goal, as they had an excellent goalie. Lily Bull's a goalie for Goddard, but they took a shot and it kind of bounced off of her a little bit. She was trying to pick it up. She couldn't get to it, and the ball rolled away from her. Started to roll into the goal, looked like. But then Deja Fellers, she just came running in, and all she needed was a little tap. And that little tap sent Los Alamos into the semifinals. And they'll take on the winner of the Hope and Silver City. But Hope, the number 1 team in the state and the number 1 seed. So it's I presume that our next game for the girls will be against Hope. And that would be at the School of the Higher Seed, as they're doing it this year, which would mean the Hilltoppers will travel to Albuquerque to play Hope. I don't know where they play Hope at. But anyway, so we'll see what comes up here. But right now, it's the quarterfinals of the boys Class 4A, Hilltoppers and the Huskies. Hilltoppers kick off, and they're going to get it now to Alex Livsku. Livsku will bring it over down the left side. Pass up the field. That's going to go over the end line. Hilltoppers can't get to it. So that's going to make it a goal kick for Gugino, Cody Gugino, the sophomore goalie for the Huskies. So he puts it down right in the corner of the goalie box, and he will make the kick eventually. He kind of likes to have his team in certain positions. He'll wave them around, tell players to move over. Most of the goalies just kick it. Anyway, Tahinosa has it down the right sideline. He goes down. Ball's going to go out of bounds. And right in front of the flag on the right side of the field, they're going to say it's off of tie. So standing almost in the corner kick little half circle, they throw it in, they bring it out, and now we're going to have Los Alamos called. I'm not sure. I didn't see what was called. Hard to say, but the officials, they never indicate. They never signal anything. So Josh Kelshaw was going to make the kick. The official talking to him, and the ball's sitting right now on the 5-yard line of the football field, and not a little way, not very far off from the sideline. So, and the ball right now is right smack on the end of the penalty box on the right side, deep in Husky territory. Nice kick downfield, headed downfield by Los Alamos. Wrong way, guys. Esteban Wright making that header. And so it's going to be actually go out of bounds around the 15 yards deep into Hilltopper territory. Kean McKenna will make the throw in. There's a couple of header movements upfield. Comes now to Abera Hatinga. Hatinga will bring it up now to Liam Cunningham. Cunningham, and then charging through everybody. Esteban Wright, here he comes through everybody, coming down the right side of the headline, the sideline. They're trying to get to him. They do a little push and shove, but boy, Esteban, he just grabbed that ball and he was gone. And so they're going to call a push off, I do believe, on the Huskies, not on Caden Harone, but boy, I mean, he was lucky to catch up with Esteban. Esteban got that ball and took off. He was heading down the right side. I said the headline, right down sideline of the penalty box, and then they end up pushing him down. So the Hilltoppers now are going to get a free kick, and that's going to be just off the sideline. And making the kick right now is going to be Alex Livskew, and he's just off the sideline. He's about even with the top of the penalty box and just off the sideline on the right side. And there's a boot. The kick was too high, was sailing over the packs. Somebody jumped up and with a header, which ended up going. And so Cohen McCowan trying to pick it up for Los Alamos. It's now going to be picked up by the Huskies. Battle for it in the center circle, and the Hilltoppers bring it straight upfield. Intercepted there by the Huskies and stolen away back by Los Alamos, and they're going to having a major battle for it out there between Kaylin Gasper and let's see, and the Hilltoppers, and that was Esteban Wright. So they're going to call Esteban for a push-off, I guess. So they put the ball down 15 yards deep into into Husky territory. John Kelshaw will kick. He's a little to the left of the goal from the left side. Beautiful kick. And this one's just going to go way, way downfield, and it's going to go out of bounds right in front of the flag in Hilltopper territory. So it's too bad it didn't straighten out and go over the end line, but the Hilltoppers are only about 2 or 3 yards up from the flag on the right side. They're going to make the throw in. They bring it upfield. Liam Cunningham trying to get to it for Los Alamos. We had a handball there by the Huskies, not called. The ball now is trying to get to it. Is Balin Gasper. Gasper has had a whale of a ball game here. They're going to bring it up to Stephen Boone, Hilltoppers' leading scorer. Down the field it comes. It's going to bounce right to Cody Gugino. So Gugino now will, as usual, take his sweet time and make sure his team is in the position that he likes. So he finally kicks it away and looks, I mean, he was almost out of the penalty box when he made that kick. So the ball now will be picked up by the Hilltoppers. Pass on comes to the right side of the field. And trying to get to it there is Esteban Wright. And it's going to go over the end line. It's going to be a goal kick. So it'll be a goal kick for the Huskies. And Gugino, he's never in a hurry. As we are sitting here in the 7th minute of this overtime. Sudden death overtime. And so the Caden Harone will make the kick. Nice kick. Comes down in the center circle, picked up there by the Huskies down the right sideline. There's Abera Hatinga for Los Alamos to pick it up and bring it back upfield. Pass comes over to the left side of the field in Hilltopper territory. Great dribble to himself that time. Justin Mason. he just kicked it up over the head of the defender. So he just dribbled it to himself, and then Colin McCowan clears the back of field for the Hilltoppers. Boy, I mean, Mason with a beautiful move that time. So the Colin McCowan now will, before Los Alamos, the Hilltoppers bring it up. They're trying to get it over to the left side, and Caden Harone right there. They're going to bring it over to the right side of the left side of the penalty box, cleared out by the Huskies. Hilltoppers with a quick throw in, and as the Huskies trying to get control back away from Los Alamos now picks it up at the midfield, comes down the left sideline. They're going to bring it to the top of the left side of the penalty box, stolen away by the Huskies. And now the Huskies on the move, and the Hilltoppers trying to roar everybody back to get back on defense. There's a crossing pass, and this one is going to go out of bounds, and Colin McCowan is going to make sure nobody from the Huskies is able to get to that ball. So, see, that was Lynn Eidenbend, I guess it was. Yes, sorry, Debbie corrects me. There's Lynn Eidenbend. The ball's going to go out of bounds once again, right in front of the flag on the left side of the field, deep in Los Alamos territory. The Hilltoppers will go up the right side of the field, and the Huskies trying to line something up once again, and there's a shot taken. Whoa, from way out by Balin Gasper, just barely sails over the crossbar. Wow. So as we move along, we are right now in the 9th minute. So we have about a minute and a half to go here in this first overtime. That, of course, is unofficial, but pass comes over now onto the right side to Shiv Carlson, headed out of bounds by the Huskies, Kian McKenna. And so the Hilltoppers will inbound it. And that's going to be Lorenzo Delzano. So Lorenzo, he'll bring it in to Ty Hinojosa. And then Ty with a left-footed kick is going to sail wide. It's going to sail wide left. And so right now we're in the last minute and a half unofficially. So right now we should be in the last minute. So this time Johan Davidson is going to make the kick. We haven't seen him make the kick. We have a number of players go down. And let's see what they're going to call right now. It's Esteban Wright for Los Alamos, I do believe, or is it Alex? No, it's Alex Livsku, and then a young player for that's Justin Mason. And they're going to call Esteban, or they're going to call Alex for the violation. They put the ball down. They're going to put it down 15 yards deep into Hilltopper territory. Ball sitting right on the left hash mark of the football field. So the ball is just to the left of the goalpost. And the kick comes, and there's a header attempt by the Huskies, and that goes wide right. So a nice pass kick came over. Balin Gasper with the header attempt. But it's going to go, and let's see. Well, it's going to be, I guess it's going to be a goal kick if they ever chase the ball down. Well, I'm not sure what's going on here, but it should be Cody Gugino. I don't know what he's doing. He was all the way up right at where they kick off from. So now he's going to trot back to the goal. What is going on? Now they kick the ball back up to midfield. I have no idea what they're doing. And then they give a free kick. Well, not a free kick, but one of those little where you can just roll it and kick it. I have no idea what all that was about. So Lions in Eidenbens for Los Alamos. Lets it go over the end line. So now the Hilltoppers pick it up. Hilltoppers on the attack once again. They're going to bring it over now, trying to get it to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa can't get to it. So the kick is going to come through. It's going to get through everybody. One of the Husky players trying to get to it goes down. There's a whistle that ends this first overtime. But I don't know what that was, all that was about before, where they had the. No, I thought that was the whistle. They all started to walk off the field. I'm lost. So there must have been a whistle, and the kids must have thought it was halftime. I mean, it was the end of the regulation. Well, anyway, here we go. Taylor Stanfield will inbound it, and as they're going to bring in, they're going to back to Taylor. Taylor is going to bring it up to Ty Hinojosa. Hinojosa over now to Alex Lipsku. Lipsku with the shot. Cody Gugino scoops it up. So we are in the final minute. We do have a little extra time because we had that one injury. So that does add a little bit of time. Gugino's going to boot it away. Nice kick way downfield, headed back up for Los Alamos. And the Huskies trying to get something going, but the Hilltoppers are just going to clear it out of there. And that was now Balin Gasper with it for the Huskies. They bring it up. So they're right in the middle of the field right now, and they're going to take the shot right to Kenny Lynn. Kenny Lynn, perfect position, and Tyler Burks took that shot. Boy, hard shot. And Kenny in perfect position for Los Alamos. The ball's going to go out of bounds, and I still can't believe that we're unofficially that this thing is not over. Unofficially that it's not over. We've been in this unofficial time thing with the clock for quite a while. So the Hilltoppers is going to clear it out of bounds. It's going to be, no, they're not going to clear it out of bounds. Didn't go out of bounds. Picked up there by the Huskies. The Huskies bring it over to the right side. Tyler Burks takes the kick. Kenny Lynn with the catch. But boy, I'm telling you, right down there, if Kenny had dropped that thing, right there, standing in front of him, and ready to make the move. And a Husky down there, and that was Shiv Kalsa and Balin Gasper and Shiv Kalsa collide, so they're going to call Gasper for the violation. And Hilltoppers taking their sweet time. They don't seem to realize that this overtime is almost over. Cohen McCowan will make it 10 yards deep. Whoa! That brought everybody to their feet as he just sailed just to the. He had it over to the top corner of the goalie box of the goal, and it just missed that top corner. I'm not sure if Cody Gugino could have gotten to that one or not, but anyway, this clock has been stopped at 8.5 minutes. Well, let's see. What'd they do? Start. Let's see. Well, I'm lost. I wonder. You know what I'm thinking is that okay, they completely. I'm telling you, they snookered me on that one. This is the second overtime. And that's what all that jazz was about lining the ball up. The teams, for some reason, decided to not take a break and just go ahead and play. So they, when Gugino was standing out there in the midfield circle, it's coming down and going to take a shot. And in the goal for the score. And the Hope Christian Huskies come away with a win. Whoa, they came down the left side and they were able to get it open and trying to see who was, that was Cameron Albrecht. Let's see who everybody's hugging over there. But I do believe it was, well, they see they're kind of hugging the coach is hugging number 9. Yep. Justin Mason. So, anyway, Well, I was trying to figure out what in the world was going on here, and I'm sorry about that. But they, all they did at one point was that they didn't take a break between the overtime, which they always do. And I kept waiting for him to finally finally bring it to an end. And so then what they did was they just they stood around the goalie, went out to half court, stood there. Then he went back to the goal. And then Justin Mason was the young man who made the goal. So Justin Mason puts it in from the left side of the goal, and the Hope Christian will advance. Los Alamos season is over. But I apologize because I couldn't figure out what was going on. They had the ball. They just moved the ball. The Gugino walked all the way up to the middle of the field, and I guess he must have been talking to the official, and I guess they decided they didn't want to break. Gugino walked back to the goal, and then they just started from that point in the middle of the center circle. I didn't realize nobody realized they were starting the next to overtime, and I couldn't figure out why it was going on so long. And then Debbie pointed out there's 4 minutes gone on the clock, and I thought, oh, so that's what happened was. So I apologized. We sit up here in the booth. We don't get any signals from anybody, from any of the officials. We not like football where they tell you what's going on. But anyway, in approximately the 5th minute, the Hope Christian's able to come down the left side of the goal, and they line up one of their leading scorers. Their leading scorer, Justin Mason. And Mason with a left-footed kick puts it into the goal. And so that will end the season for the Hilltoppers, and they Hope will move on in this contest. And so Hope will move on, and they will, let's see what happened in my bracket. Anyway, so Hope is going to move on, and they're going to play the winner of Highland and Albuquerque Academy. So 3 Albuquerque teams, so none of them are going to have to travel anywhere. But unfortunately for Los Alamos, the number 3 seed against the number 6 seed had a good battle going. Went into the second overtime, which caught me off guard. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then suddenly we realized we were in the second overtime. Just as I realized it, then Justin Mason fires in the winning goal. So anyway, the bottom line is the Huskies advance to the semifinals. The Hilltoppers end their season. Great season this year for the Hilltoppers and for Ron Blue, standing head coach for Los Alamos. But the Huskies do come away with it, and now they're running across the field here to their crowd, and they deserve that. They played a great game. Both teams played a great game, but the Huskies just the one that were able to get the golden opportunity and take advantage of it. So so state tournament, state playoffs, and right now the Huskies are going to advance into the semifinals of the 2022 state soccer championships for Class 4A. And unfortunately for the Hilltoppers, who had a great season, and unfortunately this is the end of their season. But the Hilltopper girls are still alive, and they are going to play Hope, unbelievably. And Hope is the number 1 team in the state. So we'll have to see how that goes. We're not even sure where they're going to play. We'll have to find that out. So we don't know what the schedule is. But anyway, the Hilltopper girls win in overtime, 2-1, and the Huskies win in the second overtime, 1-0 over Los Alamos, scoring in the 5th minute. The Hilltopper girls, when they scored, was exactly 8 minutes on the clock, exactly. So anyway, that will bring it. So soccer season not over yet, and so the girls are still alive. And so we'll move in. Next week it's volleyball. So we're going to have a couple of volleyball games next week. I think Tuesday night, I think it's Moriarty coming to Los Alamos. I believe that's Tuesday, but anyway, we will cover that Moriarty volleyball game. So anyway, this is Gene Mortensen, and for Mike Katko, who spotted for me in the girls game, excellent job. And Debbie Katko, who spotted for me in this game, another excellent job. So I don't know what I'd do without these guys spotting for me. It really makes a big difference. And so for Debbie and for Mike and for John McHale and Nate Limback and Carol Clark from the and Charlene McHale, of course, back at the studio, and then Karen Clark, Carol Clark, making all this possible. So thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. There are two outstanding high school soccer games here this afternoon in Los Alamos on a beautiful, beautiful day for soccer, for a beautiful, beautiful day for anything. So this is Gene Martinson, and have a great weekend, everybody. And you can make an even better weekend. All you got to do is put a little love in your heart. Don't forget to hug that penguin, but the most important thing you can always do is just be excellent to each other. And sweetie pie, love you, honey. Too bad. Bye-bye, everybody.